Hello, I'm Noah Finz for Inside Yale Athletics, sponsored by Under Armour. You know, it wasn't long ago that the Bulldogs were not in the conversation when it came to talking about dominant college programs. But all that has changed. In fact, now Yale has to be considered the dominant college program after winning back-to-back national championships. A victory over Harvard, an appropriate end to the season. In fact, anything less would have been devastating for the Yale oarsmen, rowers who have been integral in creating the kind of success Yale crew hasn't seen since the early 20s.
You know, you live in the moment, so the thinking about it from an historic standpoint, you know, is just something that hasn't crossed my mind at this particular point in time. You know, it's the next race, it's the next class, it's, you know, it's the next practice.
Chest out, shoulders through.
Prior to the arrival of Coach Steve Gladstone in 2010, Yale was not regarded as a national power. The program was struggling. Gladstone has a history of turning programs around, and it didn't take long for the Bulldogs to go from a fledgling team to a national power. He immediately set about bringing in athletes who are fully committed, or as he calls it, are all in and come with full measure.
Both sides of the boat.
You have to understand that the winning and losing doesn't take place during the racing season. You know, the winning and the losing is taking place in practice.
Top oarsmen from around the globe were familiar with Gladstone's resume and wanted to be part of a Yale crew renaissance.
I came to Yale thinking that that's what the coaches promised, and that's what I promised the coaches. It was a mutual agreement, and just kind of got the job done. I'm so happy it turned out that way, but that's what we wanted.
Paul Jacquot, this year's team captain, along with Sholto, Carnegie, are seniors on the team who have helped change the Yale culture, who expect to win every race, and well, they nearly have. In their 4 years, they have never lost to Harvard, won 4 straight sprint championships, and 2 national championships.
It's sort of what's happened before with Steve Gladstone's programs, and that's why we committed. We were part of a project to build the team, and that's in the process of happening, and it's going to continue to happen for many years. And it's been a pleasure to be part of, but we always want more.
These are people that are really setting an example by what they do. They're also, you know, at the appropriate times, you know, making the right observations and making the right comments. So it's huge. It's huge. You know, you can't have speed and you can't win championships without that kind of extraordinary leadership.
You can't just blame or thank one or two individuals. It's a mentality that trickled down from the classes just above us. The 2 to 3 classes that had been recruited before us had that state of mind of turning the program around and winning. We built off the platform 2 classes before us had started setting up for us.
It is Yale University from the East Coast, from Connecticut, that take a famous victory over...
Senior Cole Tilden has been part of the team the last 4 years, but just completed his first year on the varsity 8. He too can attest to the culture that is now pervasive through this Yale program.
This team does a great job, I believe, of not focusing too much on the individual, but as the collective of the team. And I take so much pride in that, but it's not necessarily me as a 6th seed in the varsity. It's me as a member of this incredible organization and team, and all under Steve doing the same thing.
And while the seniors may be moving on, they will always take pride in what they and this program accomplished over the last 4 years, and they expect will continue in their absence.
Oh yeah, it better not change.